28, Part 3 of Africa's premier sports video podcast, the Three Quarters Podcast. Thank you for jumping onto the hashtag Road to Japan to support the Kenya Simbas who are looking to qualify for the Rugby World Cup in 2019 in Japan. We appreciate you. They appreciate you. Tag us on anything to do with sports. Hashtag is 3QP. I'm Jemima Duffield.
And I'm Ngaro Kamuya.
So we start off with E.P.L, review of match day 16 actually.
Yeah.
Yes, 16.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So Bournemouth versus Liverpool, 4-0 to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Mo Salah scoring a hat-trick and then an own goal. Like as if things weren't bad enough. Yeah. Man United beating Fulham 4-1.
Yes.
Arsenal beating Huddersfield 1-0. That game almost ended in a draw. Chelsea beating Man City 2-0.
Yeah.
And Tottenham beating Leicester City 2-0.
Yeah, Liverpool, I mean, that was expected. Man United, that was expected. Arsenal, that was not expected because everyone expected that Arsenal were going to register a huge win against Huddersfield, especially coming off a pretty favorable draw against Manchester United in their previous encounter. Chelsea versus Manchester City. Everyone expected that Man City were going to be able to, bring the noise, but that didn't happen.
Nope.
Chelsea were very dominant in the day, and a very good last goal by David Luiz, 2-0 to Chelsea. And Spurs versus Leicester. Everyone expected Spurs were going to win against Leicester.
Yep.
Yeah.
So going into match day 17, we've got Man City on 78%, Everton on 8. Southampton versus Arsenal, 24 on Southampton, 50 on Arsenal. This 50 on Arsenal. Then we have Brighton versus Chelsea, 67 on Chelsea, 11 on Brighton. Liverpool versus Man United, 60 on Liverpool, 16 on Man United. And Tottenham versus Burnley, 84 on Tottenham and 4 on Burnley.
Game of the weekend, tie of the weekend is the North England derby between Liverpool and Man United. I do agree with the prediction for that game, 60-16. Man United have been having a disastrous run in the last few weeks.
Dismal performances.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that's a word. Dismal performances over the last few weeks. And on the other hand, Liverpool have been having a very good outing. So I don't foresee a case where Man United are going to be able to upset Liverpool. But again, in such ties, these are the two most successful teams in England. There's a lot of history, there's a lot of passion behind the two teams. On such ties, you cannot just rule. You cannot make a ruling based on form.
Yeah.
So, guys, you need to take that into account.
Yep.
Yeah, but I agree also with the other predictions.
Then we move on to 2018 Male Athlete of the Year.
Yes.
And that was Eliud Kipchoge.
Yeah.
So he started in 2003 with his coach, Patrick Sang.
Yeah.
And he's been with him throughout. And after 16 years, he's finally done it. He says he's done with track, but he's still going to keep going.
Yeah. Eliud Kipchoge has brought a lot of joy to Kenyans in the last few years. If it's not, he's the current world marathon record holder. If it's not his performances in the big time marathons over the years, he's the Olympic champion in the marathon. And by the way, not too many people know this, but Kenya has always lacked when it came to marathon, when it comes to Olympic gold. So of course the first person to win it was Samuel Njeri in 2008, and Eliud Kipchoge winning it again in 2016. So he's been a very formidable athlete in the past 1 year, and I think he capped it by breaking the world marathon record. And I think he did deserve to be the world male athlete
of the
2018
year. Yes.
The athlete of the year. He definitely does deserve it, and he does put running prowess on the stage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very well done to him. I think a lot of people agree with that decision.
Yeah.
So now we move on to boxing.
Yeah.
So there was a bout that everyone was looking forward to.
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
And it ended in a draw. And it was one of those where, some people are like, no, but Deontay Wilder had, 2 knockouts, so he feels that he should have won.
Yeah.
And, Tyson Fury guys are like, no, but you see, he still got up, and, overall, he was better. What did you think of that bout?
Like you said, it's about that everyone was waiting for. Tyson Fury coming back.
Yeah.
He's not been at his best in the last 2 or so years. And Deontay Wilder has been he's been taking scalps like over the last few years, and so the heavyweight world was actually waiting for a very serious bout, and they got it in Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Like you said, 2 knockouts for Deontay Wilder. Everyone, including me, not everyone. Let me just put it this way. I thought that Deontay Wilder was going to have a field. I did not expect that Tyson Fury was going to match up with it like he did. And it's very right as he's saying, everyone, from a technical perspective, everyone feels that Tyson Fury was the better boxer on the day. Deontay Wilder is known for being, he's a slugger. He's a slugfest, So you feel that Tyson Fury was the better boxer on the day. And it goes on to warrant what you just said, and the draw then was warranted. Granted, he was knocked down twice, but he stood up and continued with the fight.
Yep.
And he pushed Deontay Wilder to, limits that he's not seen before.
Yeah.
So it does set up a good feel, I think, in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Because now you have Deontay Wilder, you have Tyson Fury, and of course you have Anthony Joshua. So everyone is looking for a fight along those lines. But this particular one, I think there's more to do with. If there was anyone who won, just Tyson Fury.
In his opinion.
Yeah, if there's anyone who won,
But yeah.
anyone who came up.
Yeah, actually, yes. Out of the fight, he was basically denied the greatest comeback one of the greatest comebacks in history.
Yeah.
So yeah, if there was anyone who won on that day from that draw, it was Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury, yes. Yeah.
So we move on to our bonus segment where we are talking about athletes and role models. So of course, you've got lots of athletes that young people, the younger generation are looking up to, right now. And, the question is, should they be, role models? Should we, should that be the case? And also how that can be inculcated in Kenya.
Yeah.
For me, it's a little bit, it's like, neither here nor there.
Yeah.
We've got people who, of course, in the sporting world especially, young kids would love to look up to.
Yeah.
People who have come from almost nothing to something.
Yes.
And you've got to have, it's good to have kids thinking, one day I could be this.
Yes.
But then you've also got, your athletes who get to there and, mismanage everything, lose all their money, or, become violent towards either their their spouse or other people, just because they know that it'll be swept under the rug. So that's where, there's that line between should we not?
Yes.
I feel like if we're going to sort of do this in Kenya where, we're going to look at athletes as role models, we've first got to get them managed properly, in the sense that when you're out there, you're not representing just yourself, you're a whole brand.
Yes.
Like you're not just, that guy who runs, or that guy who plays rugby, or that guy who plays football.
Yeah.
You're now someone people look up to.
Yes.
It's your brand and you are the ambassador.
True.
So, you've got, even if you feel like acting a certain way, there's got to be someone who tells you, no, you can't do that.
Yes.
There are all these people looking up to you.
Yes.
What do you think?
Like you said, the reason why you want to look at athletes as role models, forget about there's always bad batch, There's always a bad
yes.
in the batch. And they're not too many. Compared to the greater pool of athletes, they're not too many. So I want to focus on the good ones. And you look at stories like Tom Brady, the NFL, you look at stories like Allen Iverson in the NBA, like people who had to work against odds to get to where they did. And the younger generation can be able to pick a lot from that, from the great stories. When it comes to hard work, when it comes to passion, when you look at guys like Kobe Bryant, when it comes to hard work, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, in terms of his impact on on the social setting in America, those are positive role models for the younger generation. There's one person who used to shock me a lot, and that was David Beckham. If anyone who's watched football will realize that David Beckham is tattooed, like his whole upper body is tattooed.
Yep.
But because Beckham realized he was a role model and very many people looked up to him, he never played the short sleeve.
Yep. He always
covered up his tattoos because he was like, I don't want you to make decisions.
Yes, based on what I've done.
Exactly. So you have those athletes who do realize that they're role models, and very many young people do what they're doing. So how do you move it to Kenya? The most unfortunate thing in Kenya just now is, like we keep on saying, athletes are just looked at as pastime.
Yeah.
They're not looked at.
It's a hobby.
It's a hobby. They're not looked at like professionals.
Yeah.
But you do have situations where you have a guy who has worked his backside off to get to somewhere, and he's very inspiring. There's a photo there's a photo I like looking at, and it's a photo that was taken in 2015 of Xavier Kipchoge and Jacob Oje. Xavier Kipchoge was a youngster. He must have been like all of 16 years at that time. Jacob Oje was just making his headway into the Kenya Simbas.
Yeah, I saw that picture.
And Xavier takes a selfie, and then 3-4 years down the line, they are playing together for the Kenya Simbas. So yes, you have people who look up to sports personalities, but unfortunately in Kenya it's because they're in that circle. I mean, Xavier would not have known OJ had he not been a rugby player.
Yeah.
That's the problem in Kenya.
Yeah.
And if you go to the West, you don't have to be a follower of basketball, you don't have to be a follower of the NFL or football to know the impact that an athlete has. I only wish that we can get to that point in Kenya where, because I mean, look, to get to the top levels as an athlete, it requires a ridiculous amount of discipline.
Yep.
It requires a ridiculous amount of hard work. And those are some of the values that you can pass over to a younger generation. So I do think that with time, Kenya should now start taking our athletes a bit seriously.
Definitely,
Yeah.
I totally agree. Let us know what you think, whether you agree with Ngarua or whether you want to add any points of your own. Remember, you can find us on social media. That is by following us on Instagram, liking our page on Facebook, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. I'm Jemima Duffy.
And I'm Ngara Kamuya.
Remember, the hashtag is 3QP. Hey everyone. So, hey everyone, welcome to episode